Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a quick everyday makeup routine tutorial. This is the first one that I've ever done, so please bear with me. I've only got one other video on my channel, so just learning as I go. The light might not be brilliant. I have got a mirror just right here, so if I keep looking away, then that's the reason why. So just let's get started. For primer, at the moment I am using the Soap and Glory Speed Plump. It's for dry dehydrated skin. I'm quite dry on my cheeks. I have an oily T-zone, but I'm quite dry on my cheeks, and one of the concealers I use, that makes me quite dry as well, so this does help. The other one that I use every now and again, or what I was using before this, I got this in the Soap and Glory Christmas gift set, and this one is the I Heart Makeup I'm Flawless primer. This is more of a clear primer, and it's not greasy, but it's got that greasy consistency, and this one is more of a cream. So let's just get started. That is what it looks like. I just start with my cheeks first. Just using my hands. Then the last little bit, rub between and cover the rest of my face. And a little bit down my neck. I can get quite, it's strange because overnight I can get quite oily around my nose, but then during the day, once I've put foundation and powder and everything on, it looks really flaky, so it looks quite dry. So I try and make sure that I've got all around my nose, over my eyelids. For me, it doesn't affect me putting it over my eyes, so that's not a problem. As you can see, I am quite red. I'm quite red on my cheeks and just on my forehead a little bit. So I do use the MUA Pro Base Prime and Conceal, and this is in the green to cover redness. So I'm just using an E.L.F foundation brush, and I just sort of dab this on my cheeks. I don't use too much, just enough, because I find this does dry me out a little bit, so I just use it as a concealer really. So an under eye concealer. So I just sort of dab it on like that. I don't generally put it up on my forehead, just mainly on my cheeks. As you can see, it does go quite green. Then for foundation, I am using the Rimmel Match Perfect in the shade 103 True Ivory, and I'm just using a Makeup Revolution face blender. I don't want to call it a beauty blender because I believe that's something on its own. So I just pump a little bit on, and I'm just gonna normally use 2 to 3 pumps on my face. That was 2.5. Just a tiny little bit more down here. Then I just dab away really. I just blend all this in, then I will have a look to see. I normally just go over my lips, as it's a good, foundation is a good base for your lipstick. So yeah, just pat that all in under your chin. I don't really go that far down with foundation, just sort of under the chin like that, over the eyes, and I think that is pretty much done. It's looking a little bit more coverage in the mirror than it is actually on camera, but as I said, I'm still new, still learning. Then once I have done that and put the lid back on the foundation, I then go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte in the shade 005, which is Silky Beige, and I have hit pan on that, so I will need a new one, and I am just using the limited edition Makeup Revolution brushes. It does need a wash, but I only washed them the other day, but because they're pink and white, you do see all the colour that the brushes pick up. So gently over the whole face. And I like the matte look. I prefer the matte look than I do the satin. That's why I use powder to go over my foundation. Then to conceal, highlight and blush, I use the Makeup Revolution, the Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit in Ultra Fair C01. That's what that looks like. I should have got my brushes out first. Then I use, I did a beauty therapy course back in 2003, I believe, and we did makeup in that course. It wasn't an in-depth makeup or anything like that. It was just quite simple everyday makeup and bits that we already knew, to be honest, but it was part of the beauty therapy course. And this is just one of the brushes that came in the kit. I use this to contour, so, and I don't heavily contour. I just literally dab dab, that is it. It's more of a blush really. It is called a bronzer, but I find this colour perfect for contouring with, just up above my temple, and I find that, see, it's coming up worse on the camera than it is actually in the mirror. But then to blush with, I use again the Makeup Revolution brushes, and just dab dab dab. Again, it's the same sort of angled brush, and I just gently, because this is just an everyday makeup routine, this is just what I do every day, so I don't heavily contour, I don't heavily blush, and I don't really heavily, just a little bit on my nose, I don't heavily do highlight either. So this is a brush that I got from the pound shop, and it's sort of a oval type brush, and I just dab 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 again, not too harsh. You probably can't even see any product on there, but I just use just the tiniest little bit for an everyday look. A little bit on my nose, not too much. Then once I've done all that, I then get a face brush, which is an E.L.F. It's very old. It's just an E.L.F. face brush, very soft. And then I just literally blend all of that together. That's all I use this brush for. So I just sort of blend it all together. Then that is done. The next thing I do is my eyebrows, and I am using at the moment the W7 Brow Parlour, and the reason that I'm using this is because my Makeup Revolution brow kit I dropped. I think it was I Heart Makeup, sorry, but it did come in, not last year, the year before, Makeup Revolution Christmas box with all the different drawers in it. But at the moment I'm using that. I use this colour mainly, then I use this on the outer edge. I sometimes use the highlight in this, not very often. I don't know, I find when I highlight underneath my brow, I just find that I do it too much. I can never get the right consistency underneath. So just dab with Makeup Revolution limited edition, and this is just the angled brush. So I don't do nothing perfect. So I always do the middle of my brow first. So I always do this bit. And then I sort of go down. Then I just sort of fan out the middle. And again the next one. Then I just sort of move myself back, and if you can see, this one is a little bit lighter, so I do go in with the dark, and just because this one I don't have as much hair in the middle here, so it always looks a little bit lighter. Then at the moment I'm using the Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer. That is what I'm using at the moment. It's a twisty end, and then on that end it's got the smudge brush, which I absolutely love. I might have to get a bit closer to the mirror for this, but I just literally, you can be as messy as you like with this. So literally just like that, as messy as you like. And then with the smudge brush you smudge it out, and I just love it. I always get one eye better than the other. I'm no professional. I love makeup. And that is it. So yeah, I love this. I actually bought this in the pound shop, and I started using it and I was like, I like that so much. I went back and bought another 3 because I thought any pencil would probably be fine, and then with the smudge brush. But I thought for £1 for a Rimmel, I'm going to go back and get more. So I did. The MUA Captivation palette. And this has just got some really nice colours in it. For instance, this. Look at that. That is just absolutely beautiful. And then as you can see, it's got like the 3 different shades. This one has got 2 different shades in it. Look how gold that is. And for an MUA palette, I just think it's lovely. I won't swatch them all, but yeah, I just use that and I love it. it's so nice to use, and you do get a little bit of fallout, but then I find if I just use my face brush or another clean brush, just sweep it away, then I don't have any trouble. So that I would use just the brown ones at the bottom. Let's just put a little bit on today, just to match the eyeliner I've put on. Doesn't really match what I'm wearing, but that's not a problem. So this is just another brush that came out of my college kit. So just a little bit like that. Then just get some of that highlight colour. Look at that. And I just put that from the inner corner halfway, and again on the other side. I have got heavily hooded eyes, so if I open my eyes you wouldn't see the shadow, but because this is an everyday look, it's fine. Where if I was actually doing eyeshadow to go out of an evening, I would bring it all the way up here. So I would sort of go out with it and bring it all the way up here, so it would be pow. But that is eyeshadow. Then this is just sort of an everyday look. I have got tons and tons of eyeshadow, so if I knew that I was going out later, then I would probably do pink for something that I'm wearing, just to match a little bit. But I think the brown looks quite nice actually, because brown goes with anything, especially with just a subtle face. At the moment I'm using the Avon Boost It mascara, and this is the Thick and Fast Soap and Glory mascara. The reason why I'm using two is I will show you the brush on this. This is the Avon, and this is just a very short plastic brush, and I find that just brings the length of my lashes out. And this one is quite, if you look, it's shorter on one side than it is the other, if you can see that. And this, it just piles on product. So I do have quite long eyelashes anyway, so I don't ever need to wear false lashes. I can't get them on anyway. I find that my eyelashes are quite curly right here. If you can see, they're really curly. So I find that I can't get the lash in unless it's a really curly lash, and I think, what's the point? So, oh. But I just find this just coats my lashes that tiny little bit, just to bring the length out. The bottom ones too. Why is it we all pull that funny face when we're doing mascara? We all do that. Well, I know you just have to lift your eyelashes up, your eyebrows up. I don't know, habit I suppose. Then I go in with the Soap and Glory, and this just piles on product. Especially for an everyday look, this is lovely. I have got another mascara that I use for going out and things, but mainly I always start with that Avon. If anyone, oh, there's a hair. If there's anyone that has got a product, please let me know. I've used primers in the past, and I just don't find that for my lashes they do anything, but I think that that is not too bad for an everyday look. I will put a final picture up of it in good lighting, because this lighting, because the window is right behind, so if I open the curtain, oh, that's a little bit better. I should have done it maybe with the curtain open, but then I think if I'm showing you things, I think it's going to glare too much. For instance, if I was showing you that, well, it wouldn't be too bad, but this is the everyday look, so it's not too bad. I've forgotten lipstick, so for an everyday I have two that I'm wearing, not at the same time, but there is two. This is an Avon lipstick, and it's called Wine with Everything, and I got this at Christmas. It's a lovely red, but it doesn't actually come out that colour, it's quite subtle. And then the other one, this is a shiny lipstick, and this one is the MUA. Oh, I think this is why, because the light. An MUA. This is a matte lipstick. This is called Fawn Fancy, and as you can see, I do really like this one. Let me just. It's getting a bit crumbly at the minute. I don't know why it's so crumbly. Maybe because it's matte, but oh, they are. This is the MUA matte Fawn Fancy. This is Wine with Everything from Avon. Let's put that one on because I am wearing pink. So. So it's not too bright. It's not too bright to wear as a everyday look. I'm so messy with lipstick. But yeah, it's not too bad. Just recently I've been wearing a lot of dark lipsticks. Then I went back to my lighter lipsticks, and I do prefer the lighter lipsticks. So it's not too bright that you think, oh my gosh, where a couple of them I have worn have been they just look a bit odd. So but it's not too bad, so it's good. I do like it. So give me a thumbs up, please subscribe. More videos will be coming, makeup, beauty, all different sort of videos, vlogs. So yeah, I'm just building up my channel slowly. I have got another channel. I will link that down below as well if you're interested. It's more of a crafting channel. So yeah, please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, and I shall see you in the next one. Thank you, bye bye.